Hello everybody, I'm Yasumi Jimbo. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Sword. So in the last episode, we beat the last gym leader, and we have finally gotten all the way to Wyndon, or Wyndon. I honestly have no idea how to pronounce this, but here, this is pretty much the last level of the main campaign, at least. And, yeah, it still feels like we still have a ton left to do before we can beat the game. And yeah, this is the very last level. This is the last town in the game, but it's not like the last level you visit. But sorta is. Here we are, the big city. And oh, was that Nessa there in the sidelines or in like one of the screens? And yeah, this is a pretty cool town. Not the bit. Okay, for a second I thought the game crashed because it froze for like a good second. I'm like, oh crap. And oh gosh, I thought it did it again. That's just really creepy. Alright. Wyndon City. This is a place where I become a legend at last. Like, you haven't even beaten the one person who's beaten you more than anything. To become the new champion of the Galar region. No. Yeah, and that will be the day that pigs fly. Honey, you should head there yourself. Alrighty. But there's a few side things you can do. You know, it also occurs to me that pretty much nearly every single level in the game, like every town, it barely has any houses you can go into. It's actually kind of strange. And also, hey, there's a lady in here. Just saying, you come on over. Oh man, are we just in the middle of a weird business deal going on here? You can see. Check it out. There's a statue of a Corviknight in the middle with its pre-evolve forms, and there's a Mr. Mime. It's Marcel. And apparently this right here that's a reference to an older game that I don't care about. You're sitting, you have to stand up eventually, right? In the same way, even if you're defeated sooner or later, you'll get back on your feet. Those are some words to live by, and there's a couple going, just sitting there. I don't really think there's a whole lot to do on the left side of the city, but it's just got like parfait, parlor. My mom and dad both work for the league. They're always away for the champions matches. Well, boring here on my own. I mean, hey, you got your cute little bug going on over there, and it's subtly named Cutie Fly, which I gotta say, Cutie Fly really sounds like a Pokemon name, as a fan-made Pokemon name. But it's all good. Cutie Fly is adorable, and Ribombee is just a precious thing. Can I? Oh, here we go. For a second, I thought you couldn't go through there. Got a Grassy Seed. That'll be really good for competitive if I ever decide to do that. I mean, if people would want me to do that, I might stream me playing some online battles. I'd be down to do that. But of course, I'd have to get this shiny team first in preparation for that. But I've got like pretty much all the shiny Pokemon in this game, almost. Beginning Pokemon tries to change weather. Raihan likes to use Sandstorm first. Does he use any other weathers? Oh, this is the guy who teaches you the Hydro Cannon, Blast Burn, and all that nonsense. But I was like, yeah, that's the perfect move for every single starter to learn. Only realize, no, it really isn't. It doesn't work well for stuff like. Did I already go in here? It doesn't work for stuff like Torterra and the like. Run out of time to reread all the books I got on my shelves. Maybe looking over their spines and reading titles brings back lovely memories. Okay, good for you. Let's just go in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. Anyways, how you guys doing? I feel like I asked that at the beginning of every single one. Oh, it's this dude. Trade it for Duraludon. That sounds like a really, really bad trade. I mean, Duraludon is a really good Pokemon, but you know what? So is Frostmoth. And apparently Frostmoth is underused in Smogon. I don't know if that's changed or not recently. I don't know if that's changed recently. Understandably, because Frostmoth is when the game first leaked, I thought that Frostmoth. Oh crap! When the stats were starting to leak, I thought that Frostmoth was going to be considered as as strong as. Oh sure. Oh, this. Apparently, oh yeah, this guy is important to fight because he gives you a key item, lets you change Rotom's forms whenever you want, which that's nice. I actually do kind of like that. But we're just gonna have Flapple one-shot every single one of his team members because look at that, all he has is 3 Rotoms in different forms, and like they're not gonna be living past this next day. This battle. I don't remember what I was saying. You cheeky bastard! How dare you! And all of a sudden, I remembered that Rotom is really popular because it's annoying as hell to fight. Like, you can't set up in front of it, otherwise it'll just do that. It's really, really, really douchey of it. So when the Pokemon were getting their stats leaked, everyone and their mother thought that that Frostmoth, the guy got the stats wrong for a lot of the Pokemon, but one of the Pokemon, Frostmoth was one of the Pokemon that got the stats wrong, but people were thinking that it was going to just be, that it was going to end up as basically just as strong. It was just going to be the Ice type Volcarona. And Volcarona, as you know, is a beast in battle, and it was going to have the same stats, but its speed was going to be way better. But that turned out to not be true. Like, it's basically just it's just Volcarona but worse at a glance. But its hidden ability is way better. Like, Volcarona, it's hindered by its terrible abilities. The abilities are just so bad. Yeah, look at that. It's like, check out my muscles. I don't know why. Yeah, right. Alright, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of distracting myself. If you use Rotom, it'll let Rotom enter all sorts of home appliances. And of course, Rotom can get out of it again. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty convenient. There's just, if the Dex cut didn't happen. Oh, hi. I don't know, what did I just walk into? Yeah, but there's only like one NPC in every single area. All right, fine. I'll go ahead and just go through and check out this side of town. But it's like, if the Dex cut thing didn't happen, if this game had all the Pokemon in the game, and they didn't do that because Game Freak's really lazy, or whatever. Like, I know. Yeah, see, this part here has literally nothing that is of note, so I'm not gonna bother exploring all of it. But let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Bridges connect 2 separate things, so they can be a symbol of friendship too. Okay. And check it out, there's Corviknight, and let's just say Corviknight is fucking huge. Like, look at this thing. You can practically ride on top of it, and if you so much as piss it off, it will probably poke your eyes out and eat your head. Looks like it would probably eat you in like a single bite. Like, that's how scary that Pokemon is. But that's why Corviknight's just so cool. In my home, I can't change my favorite challenger, my favorite Pokemon. Sure you can. Like, there's some unfaithful bitches out there. Like, some people be like, oh, my favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo, and then Gen 7 comes out, it's like, oh, my favorite Pokemon is Buzzwole because I like Pex. Yeah, if the Dex cut didn't happen, and if this game wasn't just clearly rushed, like, there's a lot of instances that show you, yeah, these games were rushed. Like, they rushed them out just to meet the holiday sale, which is, again, in proof of the Dex cut. No trouble this time. I mean, we want to watch the matches too. Like, the Dex cut is kind of like, that's one of the things that makes me not want Pokemon to do like yearly releases, like, so that they can just not do that. And look at that, the 3 starters and a Berserker in the very middle up top. And I don't know how to feel about that. You know, it occurs to me again, I forgot to heal, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, and I'm gonna be very embarrassed if it turns out that I did not need to heal. Really made it. Not before remaining in the semi. I'm gonna. Okay, it's good for you. Anyway. She doesn't have any way to decisively win, you know. Like, wow, rude. Gonna extend this winning streak again. How absolutely rude of you. Oh, hi, Hob. What do you want? Yes. Like... Yeah, alright, go right ahead and just say that, Hob. But... Who cares? Who cares about him? Like, Bede is a pointless character. Ugh, gosh. Gym Challenge semifinals will be starting, so please head to the stadium pitch when you are ready. Okay, and look, it's Ball Guy. So, wait, okay, that's gonna cost something. Only authorized people are able to buy sodas? Okay. Really stupid. Let's just sit here and watch TV now. Alright, let's go right ahead and do this. I don't remember if there was anything I needed to say, and it's probably for the best, so... I don't know if I need to rearrange my team just a tiny bit, but... Now, I don't want Flapple to get all the attention, even though he is our Lord and Savior in this playthrough. Can't ride your bicycle right now. Yeah, I keep forgetting that, honestly. Let's keep going up. And check it out with the screaming crowds. Oh, hi, Marnie. How's it going? Oh no, she's oh yeah, she's the first opponent. Don't take it personal. I kick your butt. I'm like, wow, you okay? Well, she's got a case of the hopitis. All right. And you might also notice that her battle theme is a little different, and this right here alone is the best battle theme in the game. This is IMHO. This battle theme is just amazing. I love this song so much. It's such a good song. And gotta win this if I'm gonna become champion. I'm coming at you with everything I got. Yeah, with the exact same team, with it pretty much the same level as before. Like, how? Oh, wait. This is her Liepard a prankster Liepard? You know, it's not gonna matter in the slightest because I'm just gonna go ahead and wreck every single Pokemon on your team. All right, we're gonna win this. And oh, so you think you're gonna be? You think you're gonna one-up me with your stupid gerbil? Yeah. So, like, as far as Pikachu clones go, Morpeko is one of the more interesting ones. I do like the concept. Sparkle already, gosh. Like, Morpeko, I like the idea, but the design, like, the design is just not very good. Wait, is his nose like an X? Oh, no, it's not. It just looked like an X from, like, a certain angle. Oh, so, okay, that's your play. I see what you're doing. You're just gonna... Is that your strategy the whole time, but I've just been one-shotting all your Pokemon so they can't shine? Like, I don't like Morpeko's just in the middle, but I don't like any of the Pikachu clones. The only Pikachu clone I like is, to an extent, is, what is it called? The only Pikachu clone I actually kind of like is, Plusle and Minun. I like those. I don't really care about them because they're just weak and pathetic, and they're just not very fun Pokemon to use. Like, statistically they're really bad. I mean, there's like a Japanese player who won a championship using a Pachirisu, which, I mean, good for him, but which is probably like the most white thing that anyone could ever use in anything like this. Oh, Mr. Rhyme, he's just gonna go ahead and take care of this. Our Charlie Chaplin boy. All right, you think you got the leg up on me, but it turns out I got the leg up on you. And it's like you have one new Pokemon that's just going to probably slay me, but nah, fam. It's like I'm still tap dancing, just happy as a clam. Nah. Like, everyone cheers back at me. I'm really gonna win this time. Wow, you haven't landed a single hit on any of my Pokemon. You're claiming you're gonna win. Also, yeah, out of nowhere, but that's the final evolution of what's he called? Of Impidimp. Impidimp. That is absolutely worth it because I love Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is like one of the coolest Pokemon of this generation. It made me really excited for Sword and Shield. And it's like my second favorite Pokemon of the generation. Like, I love Grimmsnarl. It's such a cool Pokemon. Man, that just sounds like an earthquake going. But yeah, you think that would cause like miniature earthquakes with his tap dancing? You say, well, Gigantamax my Pokemon if it's to win. Like, Grimmsnarl has a cool design. The concept is really interesting. Plus, it has one of the best Gigantamax forms designs in the game, in my opinion. Just look at this monster right here. Unfortunately, he's not gonna. It's like Alpha Red quoted it perfectly, because she can summon Satan himself to the battlefield. And sorry, but I am the one who defeated the Antichrist. And that's unfortunate. Like, this is the last Pokemon of the battle. You don't have to play the Mist World Run. And like, Grimmsnarl's Gigantamax form, unfortunately, is far from the best. Like, it looks amazing, it looks awesome, but and it's just like the lore behind it. It's so powerful. Like, it can just like. You gotta see like a lot of the good points. Like, you didn't win. Like, you didn't hit a single one of my Pokemon. That's probably because I've been grinding too much. No, I haven't. I grinded for like a little bit off screen. Still haven't decided if I'm going to cheer for you. Why? I've considered you best girl ever since I laid eyes on you. And oh, poor Hop. Well, he's just going to meet the exact same fate. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him now. Huh? Or you did it more quickly than expected. Challenger Hop won't quite. Like, oh, so there's like only 4 people, and yet Hop wiped the floor with that dude. And yet, yeah, he, you know what? He's not gonna live long enough in order to see the next day. But I'll just go ahead and let him think he has a winning chance. And yeah, gotta say, like, this is progressing a bit smoother than I remember, probably because the town was way smaller than it looks. I don't understand that. Sort of flashback. Remember back when we were still in Postwick like a week ago? Never would have dreamt that I'd end up staying here facing you of all people. Dude, I'm the only character you haven't beaten. And it's like, have you forgotten the track record between our matches? Like, you have lost every single match of ours. You're challenged by... And at least he gets new music this time. And of course you'd send a double. If that thing knows Cotton Guard, I am going to have an ulcer. Like, Altaria is a Pokemon that has made me straight up hate Cotton Guard. Bow back in the garden, but I'm really, really fired up for this match in the stadium. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'm just going to go ahead and use Liquidation and then one-shot your stupid sheep. Goat sheep, it's shaped like a football, because just to appeal to the Europeans, this is like soccer. It's called soccer in America, but oh, so that's one of the few Pokemon that you used, and be like, I don't know what I want to use for my team, and yet this is like one of the few you decided to keep. I'm not gonna lie, Pincurchin is a Pokemon I'm curious. I kind of want to try in a competitive team. Because, like, he seems like he'd be a very good Lightning Rod Pokemon. And, yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna switch out of this. I want to use Runerigus. Go ahead and let him get some attention, even though he got some attention in the last battle. And is the Sparkles gonna take forever? Yep, sure is. I don't know why the Sparkles are taking so long. I don't get it, man. Alright, let's go ahead and see how much this is gonna do. I don't have any fighting type moves on any of my Pokemon. I mean, wait. I should see if Runerigus can learn Brick Break, because I don't have an HM for Body Slam. Body Press. And wow, this ability is really gonna help me out. And thanks for the ability, bud, but unfortunately, you can take that Wandering Spirit and take it with you to the afterlife. Like, that really should have been his Gigantamax Pokemon's. Like, how does he not have a Gigantamax? Fucking, like, how does he not have a Gigantamax Snorlax? Oh, maybe because they didn't put it in the base game. Really stupid. I don't get it. I don't know if you could hear anything, but just go ahead and ignore that. And unfortunate, but he actually in a rematch apparently he does have a Gigantamax Corviknight. So like the bastard gets a free Gigantamax Corviknight out of nowhere. Knew you'd be aiming for a super effective hit. Oh yeah, I guess. Man, if the Pokemon anime worked like this, Ash Ketchum actually would be the strongest trainer in the entire universe. Oh yeah, I forgot he has a Rillaboom, so I guess he's just gonna use that. Oh, and I realized the only Pokemon on my team I have a Dynamax my Runerigus, but I've never had an excuse to do so. Sparkle already, goodness. That's one of the reasons I haven't been. No way, that'll just make my victory all the better. Dude, you haven't hit a single one of my Pokemon. Like, you're suffering from Marty syndrome. You haven't hit a single Pokemon of mine a single time. Alright, how much is that going to do? 130. That's perfectly fine. Let's pour it into my Wishing Star. Time for a Dynamax. Too bad it wasn't a Gigantamax. Because, like, yeah, I agree. The Gigantamax Pokemon, they should have been a thing. The starter should have had Gigantamax forms. Oh, that's actually pretty clever that he slams the drum down right when he comes down. And also, why does he get to Gigantamax his Pokemon first? And not me? Yeah, right. And, okay, if I can just say... I've already said this earlier in the series, but I really hate how the Gigantamax Pokemon have the exact same cries as the Dynamax forms. Wait, what? Max Quake? What? How do you know that? Oh, well, it doesn't matter because you're just gonna die anyways. It's like, we live in a world... How's that? I learned a lot by studying Liesel matches. Alright. Go ahead and say that. If I can just say about Gigantamax Factor, I really don't like how they just make them exclusive to specific species of Pokemon. So it's like, I have a shiny, it's like, oh, you have a shiny Colossal that doesn't have the Gigantamax Factor. Be like, oh, you found a shiny Gigantamax. You have a normal Gigantamax Colossal. And be like, fuck off. The Gigantamax form's way better. Even though, whatever. Aw. It's Yohane. Thanks, mate. I'm really glad you were the one here with me. Aw, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty humble of him. And at least you did something that Marty couldn't. You landed a hit. Look like we come here as I never really felt like one. Alright, thanks a ton. It's like, he really is stronger than Marty because Marty couldn't get a single hit on me. And at least his team is a bit better balanced. And hi there, Leon. Just go right ahead and embarrass yourself with that stupid pose. Incredible. You team was rolling on my face before I knew it. In the same time, Bella the Grave seems right here at this point. Throw everything you had at one another. And determination, have a champion time, whatever. Like, and Johnson performance might as well end up being you. It's Yohane. Yeah, well, that's exactly where you're gonna get. I just want to head back to the hotel and rest. Alright, you go ahead and do that. Best to refill your energy stores first. What? So like he doesn't care whether or not he eats a regular ass cheeseburger versus a cheeseburger that has peanut butter jelly, and jelly beans in the middle, in between it. That's the most random thing I can say to put on a hamburger. Like, so like real quick, have there actually been people who eat? I know relish is for hot dogs because people like hot dogs with relish on them. We're both enjoying making two of your rivals in a sense, wouldn't you say? How's it feel to defeat your rival? I'm glad I could beat him. I'm glad I could beat him. That's like the only... Right now, what would it be? Thank him for the great match. Tell him how strong he was. He was just the rival all he knew he was. There's no insults. Like, question 3. I absolutely do. You've been asking rather rude questions. I praised you just a bit, and so... Like, wow. So, like, what kind of power does Hop have that other bodyguards of celebrities don't have? It's like, he got that paparazzi to back off pretty good. Lee's never asleep. Something's not right. He always does what he says he'll do. He promised me to become champion, and he went and did just that. Like, that's... I don't think that really means much. Oh. Hi, Piers. LOL. It's like, you're not going to say, what are you doing here, Piers? And it's like, oh, maybe cheering Marnie on? Alright. Alright. Like, I can find it. Sheesh, what rude siblings, always so demanding of others. Though, I suppose, it's a real problem for me, too, if the finals are held up for any reason. I don't really hate the two of you little runts. You were good enough to beat me, after all. So I think I'll invite Team Yellow along, and we'll all have ourselves a bit of fun, shall we? Okay, what makes you think that he can be trusted with that evil grin? Nah, it's just like, Piers is just edgy emo dude who's just a gym leader by happenstance. And Team... Alright, so what do you gotta say there, Piers? Alright, shut up, Morpeko. Alright, and oh, yep, she's evil. Obviously evil. Very, very important meeting. Okay, good for him. Like, oh man, that Ferris wheel looks like it could blind someone. And also, why don't we have one like that? Oh, maybe it's because the technology's not advanced enough. Enjoy. And it's like, no, because like you only have 2 separate character models for each gender. One separate model and only one for each gender. Okay. It's like, can you go right ahead and tell the difference between Marnie and my girl Yoshiko? I'm sorry, it's Yohane. And it's like, oh yeah, I completely forgot. They're also adding more costumes, and one of them is a costume where you can dress up as Marnie. And I guarantee you, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that because whatever. And why is that Grimmsnarl? Why is there a Grimmsnarl on an ad for haircuts? And it kind of makes me wonder, like, are they ever going to do an episode of the anime where they just where they show off what Grimmsnarl looks like without the hair? Because goodness, oh my gosh, that would cause nightmares. Say something surprising. Yeah, alright. We already have the key. And this part was a low point for the main game for me personally, because it's just you fighting the exact same dude over and over again, and it's just a wild goose chase, being like, hey, where's he go? Is he over here? Is he over here? And no, he's over there. Oh, for a second I thought that he would have been lower level, just like the, but no, I don't think they would have done that to you. Like, the level scaling would be just really bonkers. And then also your stupid Meowth is dead, bud. Alright. Like, I don't understand why Galarian Meowth had to be just nothing but why he had to have facial hair instead of just being completely as oh, best girl is cheering me on. And we get stat boosts. This is gonna be outrun a Durant. No, it sure as heck isn't. Honestly, people were like, oh, Durant's trash, but I don't know. Durant is a Pokemon that a lot of people really sleep on. It's a really good Pokemon if you know how to use it. Like, it's a Pokemon that has hustle, has really good attack, speed, and defense, but it has trash stats everywhere else. But it works. Anything? I accidentally turned around. Why does he look like Ninja Brian? Now, I'll have to give you the key. Some help you were. I have no idea where he went, Gov. Of course, I do. So, that dude's just going to have a jog. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.